Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sock Talks with Sean and Joy today. Glad to have you on. This one week, we were just talking right before we came. What, Thanksgiving's like a week from today? It's just like, it seemed like it was so far away. Now it's like, oh my gosh, it's here. So
So
how many
somebody posted
people?
37 days till Christmas.
I know. So, kind of play on that, where we've all, gosh, this is our busiest time, Thursday, thanks, November and December, and as people are going through this, like, oh my gosh, it's 37 days away. Oh my gosh, let me make it easy for you, kind of thing. Let's get this done for you. We can do this. Hey, we've got a virtual assistant that'll do everything for you. You don't even have to do much at all except put your credit card in, decide your thing, talk to them for 20 minutes what you want, and they'll do the rest. Right?
Yep. Okay, that's our show today.
Okay.
We're gonna have our virtual assistants do it today.
Yeah.
Dave, come on in.
Yeah. That's it. But as we talk about this, these last 37 days or 40 some days going into New Year's, what happens after that? What are you going to do with your business after that? What are you going to do, or just take a deep breath and just, "Oh, okay, it's January. Everybody hibernates in January. Duh. Let's talk about it."
Yep.
Sean, you shared with me that January is one of the hot months for you. What do you
Yeah.
do?
Well, I like to, obviously volume goes up over the next 2 months, and I kind of like to set that as my low bar then. Let's build upon that. Let's keep that whatever I hit, let's keep that going, and then increase it through the end of next year, same, and go so on. And yeah, January's are some of my best months, and I think and I think this January will be one of the best ever. A couple reasons. There's a lot of talk on what kind of year financially and economically it's going to be next year. I'm in BNI, Joy's in BNI. We don't participate in recessions. It's kind of the catchphrase in BNI. But a lot of and we're coming off 5 years of boom. I mean, and things that we should have been doing the last 5 years, people haven't been doing. They haven't been staying in touch with their clients. They haven't been thanking their clients. They haven't been doing basic things because it's reach out the window and there's business for me. Now, it's not that simple, but that's kind of how it was. So I think a lot of people are going to be cruising into the end of the year thinking, what am I going to do next year? So we are in a prime position. I tell my BNI group, look, our business is going to boom for the next year and a half. We're in a perfect storm because every time economy kind of does this, send out cards blossoms and boom. So especially what we have now.
Mhm.
So I think is not taking a breath, is setting your calendar, continue to set your calendar in December. And when people are like, oh, I want to wait till the first year, great. How's January 2nd or whatever? Well, third, fourth, whatever date. Set appointments. Get that first week busy because that kind of sets the tone for the month, the year, and again, people are going to be looking for what we have. And just like you said, you want to send 6 or 7 cards to your clients next year? Great. Let's get you set up. Buy the 2,000 card package, or maybe they have to buy that a couple times, depending on how many clients they have. And we'll get them set up or have the virtual assistant set your cards up, and they're done for the year.
Mhm.
Now, challenge them to do the minimum $37 plan to do the individual cards because, as we always talk, that's where the magic is.
Right. That's where
That's
the
the
impressions are
promptings.
made.
So I think that's kind of what I took that from my banking world, that I always knew if I had a great January, it kind of set the tone for the year. I wasn't trying to I wasn't trying to play catch up with my goals. I was ahead of the game. So I
Mhm.
think I took that mentality into send out cards, and that's why um, Januaries are great. And, people are making their list. What I want to accomplish this year. So let's help them.
Mhm.
How about
So,
you?
okay, Sean, what about when people that, they bought the packages here for the holidays, and I'm sure you've touched on it, encouraged them to get the package so they can touch base throughout the year. What if somebody didn't do that? Are you going to go back to them and just say, okay, we're into the new year, you know?
Absolutely. That's what I've been doing the last month and a half. It's just reaching out to people and saying, "Hey, I just want to let you know we've got new card packages.
Mhm.
I know you, and especially people that maybe didn't do much with send out cards or kind of puddled with it or had the package 2 years ago and then we didn't have it last year. So a lot of my and that's going to continue is just kind of go back to your customers and you know I haven't talked with them and so let me send them a card. Let's
Mhm.
start a communication, but just saying, hey, I just want to let you know what we have new can help you. I can help you send 5 or 6 cards for the year. We can give me an hour, hour and a half. If they don't want to do the virtual assistant, set them all up. You hit send, and you're done for the year.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I think it's just and then listening when you talk with somebody new on how they want to use send out cards.
Yeah.
Um, so
Now you said something very good. In fact, it just kind of triggered in my mind. It's like, man, I'm going to do the same thing because reaching out to somebody about holiday cards is one thing, but reaching out to them, say, look, I know you've always wanted to, touch base with your clients more. We have packages now that number one can handle your holiday cards and we can schedule out all in one package. No subscription required for that portion
right,
of it. And obviously, when you get them, like you say, you always, I do the same thing, Sean, is always encourage them to get on at least the 37 so they have those 20 heartfelt individual cards. We have that discussion, but as far as like, hey, we're not just talking about holiday cards. We know you want to get holiday cards out, but you've always talked about wanting to do more for your clients. Okay, let me show you what you can do right now. You can pay 89 cents a card for the next year.
yeah.
We can go ahead and get them scheduled,
And
and work it that way.
and I love I think it wasn't last week, the week before about, one of the biggest hurdles when someone new comes along, especially if they're a business salesperson, let me get my contacts in, then we can get back together. Let me get my contacts in, and then you can show me how to do the cards. Okay. For 100, what is it, $137? Let's have our virtual assistant put all your contacts in. They'll get
Yeah.
them all nice and clean. They'll put them in the groups you want. I think they help you create a couple cards
And do your branding on the back.
and get your branding set up. And then if you want me to get with you and let's do your entire year worth of cards. Maybe
Mhm.
they help you with your New Year card and your Valentine's Day card, or if you're up north, your Groundhog Day card. Yeah, but then let's look at every month or every month and a half. Once we get, it's easy through March because it's like, okay, there got after New Year's, Groundhog or Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, and then it's April. It's like, and a lot of people don't like to do Easter cards. So
Mhm.
let's look at a funky holiday in Easter or April and then May, and then, let's just work our way through the year through Thanksgiving. And then let's get them all set up. And then
Yeah.
they're on autopilot.
That's
So, and it may be maybe in June their 2,000 cards are gone, so they got to buy another 2,000 pack. Well,
right.
that's a nice $1,000 day for you. How about that?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
and honestly, you can probably do 7 or 8 cards in less than an hour and a half. If
Mhm.
there's 2 hours, if you're conversing, which you probably should be,
Mhm.
uh, but then you're getting they've got all their contacts in, so then it is easier when they see a Facebook post to do
Right.
that individual card.
Right. Right.
And that's like we talked last week, make sure they have the app on their phone because it's so much easier to do those types of cards. Then we've got them. That I don't want to sound bad, but now we've got you. You got all your contacts in, you're up and running, and now you're just adding new people as you meet new people. That and
Mhm.
putting them
Mhm.
whatever group you want to go into. So
Right.
I think it's the perfect time to do that through the
Mhm.
holidays, set up January, set people's year up, and you're going to be amazed on what your volume is next year. And
Mhm.
then you set the
Mhm.
bar again. So
Yeah, just keep
it's going
working
to
on it.
be if you're not excited about next year, you're missing out because it's going to be a phenomenal year. I really honestly truly believe that.
Mhm. Awesome. Well, there you have it.
Well,
Yeah, yeah. Mic drop.
mic drop, mic drop. Sorry, Mike. So yeah, I mean we've
Mhm.
incorporated what virtual assistant, the card packages, so you've got everything in there. But yeah, getting them to get all of their contacts in and then reaching. If you're not reaching out to people that you've signed up in the past right now, you're again missing out
You're
because
missing it. Yeah, and
I
do that. Hey, if you're on, I'll tell you, I send out a newsletter every week, it goes out very consistently, and then I'll do individual videos and I'll load them on GS Pro app. And right now I'm doing two newsletter. I'm doing the corporate one, and then I'm putting one out there in the mid part of the week that's just mine. And my, from, my video, my face, my Santa hat, the whole 9 yards on just different tips. I get more hits on that than I do on the corporate side. And, and that's only because of, it's only because they see me,
Sure.
I mean, and it's something different. And plus I'm also taking that and sending it out individually, people, the same video, you
Yeah.
know, and the one I'll do this week, because, as we were talking, see, we talk, and it's like, we can, we come up with ideas back and forth. So,
Absolutely.
you gave me such a great idea with reaching out to people on the holidays and moving forward. That's what my next one will be, so just do it,
Perfect.
and it's, and you're right. I've had a lot of people this season come back to me that haven't done it for a long time,
Yeah,
you know.
it is. I mean, they're concerned about next year, and how do I continue to have my business, whatever business they are, you want them to continue to do this. And we all know if you're reaching out to your clients on a consistent basis, they're going to help you. So,
Oh
and the
yeah.
caveat is you have to have done a good job for them to begin with. And I think
Yeah,
most
that's
people,
right. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if you're a shitty salesperson, I don't know about snow.
yeah. Well, nothing is more, and I had this happen to two team members this week. Nothing is, I won't say nothing, but it's so exciting when you look in your back office, you have a new customer, and it's like somebody you haven't talked to for a long time. Shame on you, but it happens,
Right.
but it's just somebody out of the clear blue, it's starting to activate again. Number one, they're seeing your newsletter. Number one, they're seeing you. Number two, you get them plugged in. Get
Right.
them plugged in,
Absolutely.
and we have to always remember that we're talking about customers, our customers touching their customers. What about our customers, our
Yeah.
personal, every customer and affiliate out there is our customer. So what are you doing to stay in touch with them throughout the
You're
year
sending
as
them
well?
cards.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, you've got to be doing the same thing, because
Right.
they're, you know, and I think that those that do that, that's why we see what we're doing now. We see people that are coming out of the woodwork, or people
Yeah.
that haven't been around for a long time, because we have been touching them,
Right.
throughout the
So
year.
it's not a coincidence.
No,
It's
no.
you've been doing your due diligence of staying in front of them, and
Mhm.
every once in a while, look, I got two yesterday. All right.
I know, like, oh, look at that. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Well, I have to I share with everybody here too. I know with us being in BNI, that you have access to so many people around the world.
Mhm.
To jump in on. There's a lot of virtual meetings still going on with BNI.
Oh, well,
With
probably
being
will continue. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, the other day I had somebody signed up on my calendar, to schedule an appointment with me. And I'm looking, I'm thinking, that's not anybody I've talked to. It's kind of like, it's like, where did this person come from? So I'm thinking like, okay, how do you message him back without sounding like an idiot, like you don't remember
Are
him?
we still good for 2 o'clock
Well,
Eastern Standard Time?
I messaged him back. Well, because I'm very self-conscious about the time zones, because that can get kind of confusing
Sure.
on some things. Um, so I messaged him back, and I just said, "Hey, I'm looking forward to our appointment next week." I said, "By the way, where is it that you live?" Because I just want to verify so we're on the right time zone. He's from Hawaii,
Oh, cool.
and then I did my back research and found out he is a BNI member.
Okay.
And it wasn't anybody I've ever talked to before, nobody that I've ever done a one-to-one with before, whatsoever. It's just like a whole brand new person, so I was like,
Perfect.
those are exciting things.
In
When that,
Hawaii, I don't have anybody in Hawaii yet. I've sent some cards to Hawaii, so
yeah, yeah, likewise, I too. So, but anyways, okay, everybody, yeah,
perfect.
November, December are big ones for us, but
Push
think
through to
ahead,
January.
think into
Set the tone for the
January.
year.
You got it. You got
Yep.
it. So, all right. Well, Sean, have fun down there. I gotta
I
go shovel
will.
the snow. So,
Yeah. Enjoy the snow.
see you guys. See you next
Bye.
week. Bye bye.